Hello my amazing friends, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to the channel. My name is Mackenzie. So in today's video I want to talk about the differences between the Netherlands versus the US. I have been living in the Netherlands now on and off since July of last year. I feel like I've noticed many differences between the US and Netherlands. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. My biggest thing of living in the Netherlands is space. Now, if you guys live in the US, you know that it's just big. The US is just a big country and it's super normal, at least it was for me, to take a 6-hour road trip from Los Angeles to Phoenix, or just take the car and go to Las Vegas from Denver. Like for me, that was just something very normal. Here in the Netherlands, I think it takes like 3.5 hours to get from the top of the country to the bottom on the train. Just the size difference is crazy. And I also noticed that people, are living in closer quarters as well. I mean, of course, if you go out to the farmlands, it's gonna be different. But yeah, I just found that the apartments are smaller, things are just smaller, the cars are smaller, things just take up way less space just because the country is smaller. And I think that makes things very cute. So the next thing that I want to talk about is lifestyle. Dutch are very much known for a very nice work-life balance. I found that in the US, I did not have. There was very much lots of workarounds when it came to work-life balance. And here, people get just starting 25 holidays and they get a month where they get like a whole month of pay just to take a holiday. There's very much more a lifestyle of work-life balance. Also too, people are more active as well. I found that, everybody here has a bike, everybody takes a bike, even if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's sunny, windy, everybody takes a bike. It's just very active lifestyle. Of course, this is in the US as well, but it just kind of depends. When I was living in the US, I was just so less active. I was just driving in the car all the time. I felt that streets were not very walkable. I just was generally way less active. And here I am either taking the bike or I'm walking. I rarely ever am in a car, but for the most part, I'm feeling very active here. My next thing that I want to talk about is the food. The food is so different here. I find that the food, it does generally taste better. I think it's just because it's maybe fresher and there's not a lot of like the chemicals, but food also goes bad way quicker here than it did in the States. I remember I would go to the grocery store and my vegetables would last for like a week. Bread would last for a week, even like 2 weeks sometimes, which maybe isn't healthy, but like it would be fine. There would be no mold on it. But here it takes like 3 days and then there's like mold on bread. So yeah, things that just have, I guess, less chemicals and so they go bad a little bit quicker. And I think also generally people here eat a lot less sugar. Talking about this with my boyfriend. It seemed like in the States people really liked sugar, but here people really like fatty food, like fried bitterballen and fried croquettes and like just fried foods in general. In the States it seems like it's more, sweet things like milkshakes and stuff. That was also just my personal preference. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is weather. Oh, Dutch weather. Okay, so I feel like I've been very positive about the Netherlands, and the Netherlands is a very great place. However, the weather here is questionable. The Netherlands gets a lot of rain each year, and it's also by the coast, so temperatures are just cooler in general. But it's also, you can also get super intense winds. You can get lots of rain, lots of cloudy days, and also the summer just kind of depends on whatever the weather decides it wants to be. And now in the States, I found that we always had a good summer. Like we always had a nice warm summer, but here it just kind of depends. Like you just have to take what you get with the summer. And so that's a really big difference for me. I grew up in Colorado and then I was living just north of LA, and the weather was just almost always really good. Here it's definitely been an adjustment, but of course what I love about that is when the weather is really good, everybody's outside, everybody's enjoying with their friends, everybody's drinking, everybody's just having a good time, playing sports, reading, and just like suntanning and enjoying the sun. You'll just see people on every stretch of grass. And even now as well, people are still social distancing, but yeah, they're still enjoying the sunshine and the sunny days, which by the way, the sun just started shining now. And also my JBL just decided to turn off. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is shops. Now, this is something that I do miss in the States, and I understand like why maybe it's not so good, but I miss like the shops like Target, and I miss the shops like Home Depot, where you just go in and they just have like everything that you need. Home Depot, everything you need for the home. Target, like everything that you could possibly need. And here I found that shops of course are smaller because, there's less space, but also shops are a little bit more, they're just a specific type of shop. So if you go to even like a home goods store here, they don't always have like a garden center, or they don't always have the things that you need. You might have to go to another store for that. So the shops are just configured a little bit differently, and I'm still trying to figure that out actually. The only shop that I exactly know what I'm gonna get when I go into it is IKEA and maybe the Albert Heijn. It's like the main grocery store chain. I pretty much know when I'm gonna get into those, but otherwise I never really expect to find everything that I need in one shop. But I do miss like Home Depot, and I do miss Target and those bigger shops, because it's just nice to just go to one place for everything you need. Okay everybody, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the differences that I found living in the Netherlands versus the US. If any of you live in the Netherlands, also notice some other differences, let me know in the comments below. There are also many other things, but I just wanted to keep this list very lighthearted and very fun. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you haven't already subscribed yet, please subscribe below, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!